Hello everyone, welcome back to Delightful Chef Eats. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with another one. I don't know who said that, but I'm quoting them. I thought it was Lil Kim actually. Anyway, so today I'm just making rice. Simple, plain. This is parboiled rice. So this recipe works on almost all the rices. I don't know how, I don't know why. It took me a very long time to learn rice, even after culinary school. It would tell me if you know this story. It's burnt at the bottom, it's mushy in the middle, and somehow raw on top. Like everything else is overcooked, but the top decides that it's just not going to be a part of the situation. Let me tell you how to fix that. And I don't know. I learned this from one of my Brazilian friends. And I don't know how. I don't know what's the science behind it. If it's biology or chemistry, I don't know. But it works. So my pan is at medium high right now. I have rinsed my rice in a fine strainer. And I have about 2 cups of rice here. Measurements, honestly, are not even that serious for this, which is another reason why it's amazing. So my pan is on medium high. I've added about a tablespoon of oil. You can use whatever oil you want, vegetable oil, coconut oil, whatever oil makes you happy. I wouldn't use olive oil because it does have a very high smoke point, or like grapeseed oil. So right now I'm just stirring around the rice in this medium high pan. And what I'm trying to do is I want to evaporate all that water that I just used to rinse the rice, dry it a little bit, and toast my rice just a little bit. You don't want to like have too much color at all. You're just trying to lightly toast it. And keep stirring it around, because if you don't, it will stick to the bottom horribly. So you just want to make sure that because stirring it around, also you're coating all of the rice grains with the oil that you've added, and that also helps it not stick. So keep stirring it around. I do this for about 2 minutes, a minute and a half or 2 minutes. And in the meantime, I have water boiling on my kettle. If you don't have a kettle, don't worry about it. Just let your hot water tap run for 20 seconds, and you can use that. It works just the same. For me, the way my kitchen is built, it actually is easier for me to have the kettle because it's closer. So I'm just going to continue stirring this. I have my kettle going. How are you guys all doing during this quarantine? Quarantine fatigue is real. Like, I live in Ontario, and it has been a lockdown for quite some time, and just about everybody's on edge. Nobody's happy no more. Nobody's friendly. Nobody's smiling. But you know what? I think that we've all have a sense of family right now. Like, everybody's getting closer to their families and their friends and finding other things to do and learning things about themselves. So, it's been crazy, but I think there's been a lot of positivity as well. The environment's doing much better. Okay, so here I am adding my water. So I'm just adding enough water to cover the rice, just to cover the rice. There's no particular measurement. I'm just covering the top of the rice. As you can see, I'm using my spoon to scrape everything down, and I'm just covering the rice. So my stove is going to stay at a medium-high heat. And I'm going to not cover it or anything like that. At this point is the time to season. So you're going to add your salt. And I'm not going to cover it at all. I'm just going to let it boil until I have air pockets or air bubbles in my rice, and I can still see the water boiling in between the air bubbles. So you don't want it to be like all the way down to the bottom dry, because you risk it sticking. So you see my air bubbles here, and you want to be able to see some water still boiling in your in those bubbles. So now I'm going to add a little bit more water, the exact same. Like, I just want to cover the top of the water, and you're still going to leave your rice at a medium-high heat. It took about 2 minutes for my rice to get to that stage, and it will take another 2 minutes for it to do the same thing again. Once it does that again, then you want to turn your stove down to about 2, or like minimum, sorry. So medium, and then cover it. After about 5 minutes, this is what you'll have. So normally after 5 minutes, I'll just turn the stove off completely, walk away, and just let it steam for another 5 minutes. Just leave it alone. And when you lift your lid, you will always have the perfect rice. Like, this came out perfect, and I was just doing this video on a whim, but it works every time. And try it, let me know. So you have nice fluffy rice. I made some pot roast. So I'm going to take a picture of the pot roast just to show you how the rice turned out. This can work with all different kinds of rices, and you can add things like in that frying stage at the beginning. You could add some green beans, you can add whatever you want, corn bit, little corn pieces. It works, it's good. You have fluffy rice every time. And this is the final result. Try it, tell me if it works. Thanks for watching.